a warm welcome to Public Global. I'm Neelu Vyas. American President Donald Trump has been insisting for the last 6-7 days that he has brokered the peace deal between India and Pakistan, and that trade has been an important component of that peace deal. Now, there are various reports which are coming out in media. Say, for example, there is a report that in Pakistan, there is a cryptocurrency company in which Donald Trump has about 60% of stake. Now, today, Mukesh Ambani has met Donald Trump, and he was in Qatar, and there, of course, it was just not about a dinner meeting. There were several deals which also were supposed to be discussed. Then there is another media report which talks about how Trump Towers, how the flats in the Trump Towers have been sold out on the very first day, and the amount goes to about 3,250 crores. So, which means that trade is a prominent aspect on how Donald Trump conducts himself, whether it is the ceasefire, but he's transactional, it's very, very clear. But the mystery and the veil which was covering this ceasefire, has that now been unraveled? Joining me now is international affairs expert and diplomat, Professor Aftab Kamal Pasha. So thank you so much for joining. And looking at the media reports and the manner in which Mukesh Ambani has met Donald Trump. Then there is a report of the cryptocurrency company in which there's a 6% stake of Donald Trump's family, and meetings regarding those cryptocurrency companies happened just few days before the Pahalgam attack. Does it go to show that now the mystery has been unraveled and the ceasefire was prominently because of a trade deal which has been signed?
Yes, undoubtedly. If you analyze Donald Trump's election campaign, he has been consistent in one aspect, and that is his obsession with trade, and his war on tariff with other countries is also related to trade. And from day one, he has been talking that his interest lies in correcting the balance of trade, which was against the United States with most of the countries, especially with China and India and other countries, to balance how the other countries are taking advantage of American liberal import policies, and how American debt is increasing, and how Donald Trump wants to make America great again and to usher in a golden era. So his entire emphasis has been to increase trade, that is exports from the United States, which have declined over a period of time because of high cost of labor and other aspects related to manufacturing sector. So most of the industries were shifted by the corporate magnates to China, to India, to Vietnam, to Malaysia, Indonesia, and all over the world. So that has landed America in soup in becoming one of the largest debted nation. So any opportunity and every opportunity Donald Trump looks at is from a business man's point of view, how to balance the balance of trade with the rest of the world, with America. And he had pinned most of his hopes on resolution of the Ukraine conflict. But Russia has been adamant that its conditions have to be accepted. And now he has left to the fate of the Europeans to hammer out a deal with Russia on Ukraine. And there's not much progress on Gaza, also on Iran also. So the Indo-Pak war came as a golden opportunity for Donald Trump. And he has made best use of it by declaring ceasefire and taking advantage of this to promote his agenda of trade and lowering of tariffs. And what has happened in Qatar last night, that is the second meeting with Donald Trump between Anil Ambani. Anil Ambani, you would recall, he had gone to the inauguration to the United States on January 20th. He met there. And Anil Ambani has very close relations with the Qatari Amir, who was here last month, and he has promised $10 billion, from which Ambani also would benefit. So in that way, the investment in cryptocurrency in Pakistan and his assertion, Donald Trump's assertion that this peace ceasefire would lead to greater trade between the two countries and America. Many people took it lightly. They thought, it is wishful thinking of Donald Trump. But now, yesterday in Doha again, he has made a very fantastic claim that India has agreed to remove all tariffs. And there is no statement from the MEA or from the Commerce Ministry or Government of India. It only now has been announced that Piyush Goyal will go to America for the trade talks tomorrow with a delegation. So it goes to show the mindset of the American president. He is obsessed with removing tariffs. He has also said in Doha that India has 150% taxes tariffs, and he has told the Apple CEO Tim Cook, who was planning to shift the iPhone industry's plants, manufacturing plants to India, especially Tamil Nadu, not to do that. I mean, this is a fantastic statement, which goes to show that how obsessed he is with the Indian tariffs. He is not bothered about strategic friendship with India, but only with uh, trade and how he can maximize the benefit to America.
No,
Yes.
but my question to you, Professor Pasha, is that I was just reading a short while back that External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has said that the deals between India and Pakistan are strictly bilateral. And basically, this is a response to Trump's offer on India Pakistan talks. Now, is that something which has miffed and ruffled Donald Trump, and which is why he's asked the Apple CEO not to build in India? Is that a repercussion of that? Because he's just said it now, and just a short while back, and he says that our relations and dealings with Pakistan will be strictly bilateral. That is a national consensus for years, and there is absolutely no change in that. So, is it like a rebuff to America?
Yes, we are trying to do the damage control because
Hmm.
the entire world is shocked at the claim of Donald Trump that he has been successful in getting the ceasefire and also to hold the Kashmiri talks in a neutral venue under their mediation. So, Donald Trump is desperate to see as a peacemaker so that he gets himself enabled for Nobel Peace Prize. And he has all the time Barack Obama in his mind. Even before he started his term, he got a Nobel Peace Prize, although he didn't have anything credible. But he is doing everything in Ukraine, in Gaza, in Iran, in Indo-Pak, and all the hotspots. But no one seemed to be taking care of it. So now Jaishankar is trying to do the damage control. He has already convinced the American administration, Marco Rubio and Donald Trump, about American friendship, Indian friendship to America and all. Now, unlike other US president, Donald Trump is boisterous. He likes to make public announcement and take credit. And he has duly taken credit for the ceasefire he has arranged. But it is much to the dislike of the Indian government because it is under fire from all over the country and abroad. The opposition is up in arms. The Indian public is asking questions, and in Parliament, it will be very difficult for the government to answer how they have deviated from the age-old bilateral ism with Pakistan. So they are under tremendous heat. So Jaishankar has nothing but to defend himself, an indefensible policy, and Trump is obviously upset about this, and he is hitting hard on Apple iPhones, on uh, Pakistan cryptocurrency, and various other things. So he will not take lightly. He will not give a concession on tariffs. He will insist either you give 0% tariff or you go back. He is not going to let the US Treasury Secretary agree even for 10% tariff. That is very clear, and he is very much, I think, is amused at the double policy which we are following. he doesn't understand the nuances of the Indian democracy and the conflicting pulls and pressures the
No, but
government has to
say,
face.
Pasha, one would really think, and I'm totally thinking in terms of the fact that 26 innocent tourists were killed in Pahalgam, after which the entire nation was expecting that the Indian government is going to retaliate, which they retaliated. Our armed forces did the best, whatever they could, whatever was within their might, they did that. But all of a sudden, third day, because of some trade compulsions, if the ceasefire has been announced, and which it looks all likely that this is the reason. So, is it not tantamount to the Modi government and Pakistan government and America cheating the people, belying the faith and the trust of the people? What does Modi answer back his own citizens? What does Pakistan tell its own citizens? It's a matter of faith and trust in a government you have voted for.
You see, a lot of questions are being raised about this Pahalgam lapse of security, what the Home Minister did during his two visits to Srinagar, why Omar Abdullah was excluded, why nobody is held responsible, no commission of inquiry is instituted, how this major lapse happened. This is all a mystery. Only a few individuals who are involved will be able to reveal. How the response was prepared, and how the credit should have gone to the military, which accurately and with exceptional uh, circumstances it did achieve its target. But suddenly the victory was snatched from their hands, and foreign country took advantage. Donald Trump, why this was allowed? Why in the first place? US was involved in this, all of these things. So there are a lot of very difficult questions which lie behind the actions for this government. Thorough inquiry perhaps would bring out. I'm afraid this will not be revealed because it is getting murkier and murkier.
No,
Uh,
but will
More
can there
questions
be,
than answers.
who is going to investigate as to what is the kind of sweet deal which has been cultivated out of this ceasefire? Who will investigate into it? India won't get it investigated. Neither will America do it. Neither will Pakistan do it. How will the reality come out now that the media reports make it evidently clear that it was Donald Trump who pressured both the countries into coming together for a trade deal, and to call off the conflict and call it a ceasefire? Shouldn't there be a thorough checkup of the reality check as to what has really happened? And how will the reality be announced? How will the people come to know what has gone behind the curtains?
You see, as you rightly speculate, nothing much is going to come out from the NDA government. Believe me, they will not reveal what has happened before. All of these things from Pahalgam to the ceasefire announced by Donald Trump. We can only hope that one or two investigative journalists from the Wall Street or New York Times, or journalists like Woodward, Seymour Hersh, or others would bring out, but that will take some time. Or in his, you know, vacillating position, Donald Trump himself may reveal uh, and throw the mystery out. There's no way our parliament will get the answers for all the difficult questions you have in your mind, or nor the ministers here will be able to clarify the position, because it has raised more questions and more suspicion about what transpired behind the scene, and how we are being made to witness a drama which has shaken the entire country. The civil defense and mobilization of people and their emotions and their entire issues is a very serious matter, and people are not going to forgive until they get the answers. So if the government is evasive, and if the government is not coming out forthright answers, people will find other ways, other means from external sources or whatever sources. So one day the truth will come out, and although by that time it will be too late, but slowly the doubts and suspicions and question marks are raising in the minds of the people as to why this is happening again and again. Whether at Pahalgam, government took advantage of that for the elections. Why a person with RDX, so much RDX in the a car was allowed to roam around with high security zone, and who took the maximum benefit. And now from this Pahalgam, how the security lapse happened. So all these are very difficult, important, and extremely challenging questions. I don't think we'll get the answers from this government, which is trying to cover up and whip up nationalism, patriotism, and all the media muzzling of the sane voices, opposition voices, and this kind of trolling of its own civil servants and public figures, and trying to uh, silence its opponents for nefarious purposes. I think this is being watched very clearly, and people at the elections will teach them a lesson.
Thank you so much, Professor Pasha, for joining on Public Global. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.